Time now to decode parenting. And how many times have you said the words, apologize to your brother, say sorry to your sister? And are those apologies even genuine? No, generally not. So here to explain the ins and outs of apologizing is certified parenting coach Beaven Walters. Beaven, thanks for being here. Could you walk us through what a genuine apology is in kids? Is that a possible thing?
Absolutely. And I think the number one problem is that we rush the process as parents. We are oftentimes kind of valuing the performance of an apology over giving the time and space to develop genuine feelings of, sorrow, of taking responsibility when you've made a mistake. That is way more important. Empathy, when you want your child to be developing feelings of empathy towards someone they may have hurt or wronged, that is so much more important. So it's important to create time and space. If your child is frustrated and they've done something out of frustration, they need to calm down before these feelings can develop. One of the most important things to do is get really good at apologizing yourself and modeling what I call a no buts apology.
Okay.
So when you have maybe made a wrong step, when you've yelled at your kid or done something to hurt their feelings, when you model a genuine apology, which sounds like, I'm really sorry I yelled at you and I hurt your feelings, period. Not, but you were being a little jerk. Or, but you deserved it. Or, but I had a really bad day. But I was really stressed. You don't include the but, because that kind of takes away what the apologizing could have done in terms of repairing a relationship. So just a genuine, to the point apology, taking responsibility is important.
Could you flip that sentence around, though? Say you are stressed and you want them to know that parents are stressed. Can you say, Mommy was really stressed this morning and I yelled at you. I'm sorry.
You can. I don't think it's as valuable, though, as just taking responsibility, because we're adults, right? We're supposed to be the mature ones. And so when we lose our own ability to kind of manage our emotions, that's not our child's fault. And so when you take responsibility, you didn't deserve that. When you kind of were weak and you kind of let your frustrations and stresses kind of be vented onto your child, that's not something that we should necessarily be justifying. That's our own self-work of know how to check myself and take care of myself and so I don't end up doing something and lashing out my kid because I'm stressed or carrying around some baggage.
Check ourselves before we wreck ourselves.
Absolutely.
What do we do? When should we facilitate an apology? When do we get involved?
Absolutely. So now you're giving your child some time, some space to kind of develop some feelings of, maybe I made a mistake here, some feelings of empathy, some feelings of remorse for what they have done. Now you can step in and you can kind of help do what I call a check-in. I learned that language from a beloved preschool teacher that my children had. Oh, it looks like so-and-so needs a check-in. Or are you ready for a check-in? And if they are, they've softened a bit, you can go facilitate and give them the language, prompt the language. Take the child to the other one and help them say the words, are you okay? What can I do to help you feel better? And be open. It may not be just an apology. There's different ways of kind of making things right and making amends other than just saying the words, I'm sorry. Maybe that child say, maybe we can play together now. Here, I'll bring you a little cold pack from the refrigerator because I hit you. I'm going to share my snack with you. There's other ways that they can make amends other than just saying the words, I'm sorry. There are some times when you're in a public setting, you're on the playground, you're having a play date, and your child is so frustrated and they're not ready to find they're sorry yet. In those cases, it's okay to say sorry for your child, to buy a little bit more time versus forcing that not genuine apology and say, I'm really sorry you got hurt, or I'm really sorry that my child did this. You're taking responsibility and allowing some time for that sorry to kick in for your kid, and then they can make the proper amends later once they've calmed down. And also, it's okay to kind of acknowledge with your child when they've calmed down that they maybe had good intentions that they lost for that moment of time, and saying, I know you didn't mean to hurt your sister. I know you didn't mean to hurt your friend. You just had a hard time. I'm going to help you fix it. I'm going to help you check in and make things right.
Which is incredible. These are such small, minute little details that we don't think about, but it truly is such a great way for our kids to learn the real path to being sorry for something and feeling those feelings. So, Beaven, thank you so much. If people have more questions about this or parenting in general, how can they contact you?
They can contact me through my website at the3dparent.com or listen to me on my podcast. I actually did a podcast on the very topic that we just discussed, and it's called the 3D Parent Podcast.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sorry we don't